everyone? Happy Monday. Welcome back. Word of mouth. We're going to pop through this whole thing that Chad Carmichael sucks. We know this already. No, but happy Monday. New event mode. Looks like it's a 2021 set of course. I haven't played it yet. Sorry, I was a minute behind there. I was actually gutting a trackball and putting a new one, changing out the one I had there. And there's something weird I noticed. On the back of every trackball, by where the little twist tie was sitting, is sitting, or whatever zip tie is sitting, there is a little mark on the back of all of my trackballs that looks like a crack, but it's not a crack. It's just a little mark. And it was a little bit weird. I thought they were cracked or a fault in manufacturing, but it almost looks like a mark to get, I don't even know what the word is for it, like a watermark type thing, but not a watermark. Little strange. Hey, Chris, how you doing, sir? But we're going to get right into it. I don't have many invites to play either, so we'll take a look at this. I mean, we don't really need much coaching around this year's courses. Well, let's take a look, see what we got, and see if there's any tips I can give right away. I'm going to start with the 3-driver bag, even though I probably don't need it at all for this course. But we'll take a look and see. Hey, Jade, my man. So it's 2021 working backwards. For those of you that don't know, one of the differences about working courses backwards is that you get less wind at the early parts of a round. So we're going to see hole 18s that have almost no wind sometimes. I think 8 miles per hour is the biggest wind that can happen on hole 1 on their normal setting. It might be 9, but it's never double digits. Well, we'll take a look-see. We're on a par 3 bag right now. But that's one of the most unique things. So sometimes holes that we call always drivable, perfect example. Hole 8 on Oakwood, the drivable par 5, right? In prize play, with that hole lined up as hole 8, that hole was always drivable. It was always there, whether or not you had to hit something goofy to hit it. And I'm saying always there with stout balls, let's say, or Titans, or even streaks. But when you put that hole at hole 18, and you get a 18 to 20 mile per hour wind, hole 18 is Ansay 1 with 13 in your face. Ooh. So did GT hook you up with the backwards kick? No. No. This is the event for this week, Casey. I might play arrows. We're going to start with stouts, and we'll take a look. We're going to take one. We'll take one pop through this with the 3-driver bag and stouts, and see what we got. Plus, I kind of want to burn through some more of these balls and then buy them at Orlando, but we'll see. But yeah, if you're telling me that 18 is hole 1 of hole 1 is Ansay, okay, hole 1 of Ansay, if I really want to, I can knock it up there. But if it's hole 1 of Ansay with 13 in my face, I don't think I'm getting it there with arrows anyway, because you still have to carry 410, and my max carry with that is about 410 with the high T 8.5, minus the fact that hole's uphill too. So I don't think that would be getting there even with arrows. Oh, this rebuilt trackball feels kind of funny, so apologies already. I got to break this in. These bearings weren't perfect. But that's why we're just warming up. All right, let me get some music on. I just put my headphones in. I'm sitting here like, hey, where the hell's my music? There we go. Let's get some tunes on. We'll go with Mumford & Sons Radio tonight. Already, I'm seeing that I like stouts already so far, but and I think I figured out, remember I was whining to you guys about the button issue I was having? Well, I think I done figured it out today. and it was a grounding issue. So when you look at the trackball, when you have the two screws, but you have two screws that screw into the top of the trackball that are going into where the copper tape is, so that it makes it and takes that ground from there and runs it back up. Well, one of those had come out, one of the screws was out and was stripped up. I didn't realize I'd used a T already. I was trying to use a T. All right, so this first game is going to be junk, but we'll just use this as a defining game and figure out what we're doing. Yeah, that's a really bad hole to have something like that happen on. Hey, RJ. Hey, Louie. How you guys doing? And to be perfectly honest with you, Death Ray, arrows, I'll have to see more than that one hole, because that one hole is actually pretty easy to get up to the bunker and chip in on. You know what? I don't even need to see these. And now that button. Oh, nope, that button's not working. There we go. We're going to start again. We're going to pretend that never happened. God, I hate that feeling, though, when you're pulling back when you put a new ball in. And this isn't a new ball. This is one I just rebuilt real quick. I didn't take a ton of time with it and redo the bearings on it or anything. I just had a couple. No, Civ, that does not count. I wasn't even playing yet. You stop that shit. All right, hole one. Didn't take my ball chain, my bag chain. All right, we're going to make sure we change this in the pro shop. Here we go. Oh, wow. Is King pulling more stuff now? Oh, I was going to go in and change this bag around. All right, let's make sure I update this in the pro shop. Because when you DNF a game, it doesn't take the update. But if you change clubs from what your default was... No, I had a box of old balls over there. And I just took them. I took a couple apart and threw this one together. I didn't feel like putting a brand new ball in on the machine. Because honestly, a brand new ball is, to me, worse than any ball that you give me. Unless the thing just isn't working. All right, let's see if we can get this there. I don't know that hole with stouts yet at all. I don't think I've ever played 18 with stout. Now, but I typically... Well, so I put them together. So my vendor, I mean, he had old trackballs that like 100 of them from the last 10 years. So I just took all those and literally was able to scrounge out. I mean, when I go through them all, it's like out of every 10 balls I get, I could probably make 2. Wow, that's the worst dead bounce I've ever had on that hole. No, and Civ, there is literally no need. You guys are taking it too deep. The trackballs don't need a bearing that good. It's just, they just don't. There's just, it's meant to be rougher than that. And I mean, I guess people say the noise on the bearings. No. No, honestly, my favorite lubrication to use on the trackball bearings is like a silicone spray lubricant. The problem with the silicone spray lubricant is it doesn't last that long. So I kind of have to get in there and spray it quite a bit. But if I'm using it and I need to use that ball right away, it's perfect. I've got another oil, and King uses it as well, that I found that I really like. But that one takes a little bit of time, because since I don't take the shielding off the bearings at all, I like to let that shit soak in for quite some time. Wow, we're really not starting well. But I literally haven't touched a trackball since the last stream that we did. So it's going to take a minute to get back into it. Well, you have to DNF here, too, because this has to be drivable, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, Casey, there's only one thing on a trackball a part of the trackball that you would ever have to jump. Obviously, if you get chips and cracks into the actual ball, that will fuck things up a little bit. It'll be rattly and noisy. But once the rollers get too big of a groove, or if they've developed too much rust on it, then that thing's done. Louis, I don't really have a set number of games. It's typically a day or two of having it in, but you'll still be able to tell on a newer trackball. Also depends on what the weather's like when you're doing it. I think I can let this thing release. Yeah, well, blowing out the bottom of the case is something that happens quite a bit to me. And honestly, that's probably my most reason why to change a trackball. It got a lot better, but before, I don't know if you guys saw, there was like a good 6 months of trackballs that they were sending out, and you had to. But instead of the copper tape, they had metal clips on them. The problem is the metal clips caused the plastic to expand and bow a little bit, and literally within 3 games of playing on one of those, I'd break the back out of the trackball. I still remember the first that happened, and this is 10 years ago, I want to say, because this was at the Marcade, where I had Russ and Steve were my vendors. I had their machines in Minnesota, so I got a box of trackballs from Russ, and I was like, cool, switch it out. 3 games later, it's like all jacked up, and the ball's like bowing through, and I'm like, what the hell? I take it apart, send Russ a picture. The back had broken out. I put in another one of the new trackballs. 2 games later, broke that one. I ended up breaking 3 of them before I decided to take the guts out of those and put them into a different casing. It's Hey, Matt, how you doing tonight? I'd love to. I only have 4 invites right now. So if anybody wants to send them, send away. I'm ready to play. When am I going to learn? Hit that fucking hard. Go to the 6-wood. If you don't hit that shot hard, that ball will not get there. I'll be happy to play anything you guys want on the stream tonight. So, all right, sweet. Oh, Casey. I don't want Chad to dislike me too, man. All right, so I haven't played this shot with stouts. But I'm thinking that's got to be about the right distance. No, it's not. All right. Hi, Sean O'Brien. How you doing, bud? Mm. All right, so there's a lot of Monty in here. Yeah, it's got to be stouts after what I'm seeing so far. Holy shit. All right, we're going to use this one to see all the holes so we know if there's anything we want to change on. Should have probably done that already, but I'm getting warmed up. This is like the worst par 3 on this year. We're going to try to get this all the way up top and bring it down that way. Yeah, this thing's got to break in. There was not much wear on these rollers, but a little bit. So I still think it was a newer trackball that somebody made me change. Or actually, I think this might have been the guts from a ball that I just changed out to show you guys that it's not that big of a deal using a new trackball. I would hate to play that hole with arrows too. Well, it's a bad one to play with. I was hoping that this week was going to be like each game you play, not a weekly event. All right, we're going to get dialed in. I do like this ball for thumbs so far, so we'll get dialed in. It's just a question of if I could hit a shot. And I think I'm going to go away from the 3-driver bag because it's got enough par 3s that I'm going to want a 4-iron in there most likely. We definitely need the 10.5 though. All right, let me get those invites accepted for you, Matt. It's not probably. Well, there we go. Oh, Castleshire. Shit. All right, that's one of my least favorite courses. I mean, I just don't like the course. I think it's a good course. Not my favorite. I just don't like the equipment being the biggest factor on what you play there. And really, it's all setup dependent. It's not that I can choose equipment based off a certain standard. It's that if I choose a certain equipment and the setup lines up a different way, the course becomes immensely harder. Like if I take the choice to play stouts on that instead of like Titans, and there's no holes that are helping me, then it's tough. All right, we got a lot now. Now it just filled up in my pending invites. All right, people are going to kill my handicap today. That's good. We're going to do it, though. Yeah, like this hole. This is a perfect explanation of what I was saying. I don't think I've ever seen a double-digit wind on this hole before. Yeah, 12 in the face. But this one I actually might make this better too, though. So my play here is to line up the wind as straight as possible. And I like that. I actually like being in this bunker if the wind's straight. If I can thumb straight. Because it ends up being a good thumb 7-iron, which is low enough that it doesn't affect the wind doesn't affect it as much. All right, so it looks like par is what, 30? And I got a feeling you're going to need above par this week. I'm curious. All right, after Casey's, he's a big teddy bear. Has there been anything else in the chat? Because I think I'm having chat problems right now. Okay, good. It's working. All right, good. Yeah, I got it. It's not. It's working. I opened up it on another machine and it's still the same. It's doing the same thing. Okay. I'm gonna say no. Bonnie Moore. Okay, if I want consistent scoring courses before all that shit, I'm really looking at your Heather points. Anything from the first year, really. That whole first year courses, other than Cumberland, set up for big pars. I really got to work on my distances on this hole. Everybody I know, throwing too quickly. I do like Bonnie Moore, but it's still setup dependent, right? There's still some holes that you can't get all the time. I want a course. If I'm looking to put up my best score, I want a course that's not ridiculously hard and something that par can be up to 30. So if I look at the first year's courses, like Coral Vista can be 31. It's always 27 or more, but it can be 31. But Whispering and Heather, if 1 and 2 and 10 are there on Heather, that's a 31 par. If 1 and 2 are there on Whispering, it's a 30 par every time. I mean, what's the third one from that year? You had Whisper. Oh, Kangaroo. I mean, par is 28 bare minimum, and he can get up to 33, I think. So any of those first year courses are probably better for scoring, in my opinion. Bonnie is just kind of, it's pretty easy though most of the time. Oh, yeah. Let me reset the big chat. The one that I'm reading seems frozen. It is. Well, put it this way: that course would set up to be a 30 setup without tees and balls. All right, there we go. That should. Is anybody else out there just despise this hole? I just hate it. Hey, Justin, how you doing, young man? I gotta think a high T thumb shot should be good here. I don't like the high T over the top. That hole to me has so many leaves and weird branches on it that I used to have a shot where I just play an 8.5 driver skip right down the middle of it, and then it started hitting random shit out of the blue. Is that a question? I don't know, Kevin. What's up with you, bud? And something just dropped. Let's get a hole up. All right, so my theory with chipping is this. My preferred chipping club, if there's no obstacles or surfaces to deal with, my 5-iron's my chipping club. I will then take the lowest lofted club that gets over the obstacle in front of me. I haven't set it up yet, but I do plan on it. I was really looking forward to Evansville. I miss the rain in the sense that, yeah, Paul, I'm going to try to get to Nashville. I mean, yeah, I should be there. That shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, the tournament from Evansville moved to Nashville. We'll get it updated, but I think if you go to cal.GoldenTeeTV, I believe he's updated it. Don't quote me on that, though. But you can also go to the pegttour.com site, and that'll have all the updated info there. The Nashville tournament just replaced the Evansville, Indiana tournament. And there were some concerns with the Evansville tournament. It was a really shitty place to fly in and out of. It was hard to get flights there. They weren't cheap. So to Nashville, when we get a bigger airport, national airport, as well as the hotel locations are right there. Till I see strange. Nope, nothing that way. We're going to go with the low T 10.5. I thought you were going to talk about the wait staff. The best part about Evansville was that lit up floor. Evansville's one of those tourneys that I don't really remember too much. All right, this ball's breaking in a little bit. We'll get it good. Over past screaming out. Yeah, I want to get better. All right, you saw. Okay, that is one of the GT unmentionables, and I don't know why. I mean, everybody can comment about me getting butt naked in the bar, but if anybody comments about that story, then I get it's like a faux pas. Uh, the decision is this: I want to thumb every shot humanly possible, especially with stouts, right? Like every chance I get, my goal is to line up for a thumb shot. It's really a distance thing for me. Most of the time, it's a distance thing. But if you're playing stouts and you're not learning how to thumb the ball, you're screwing up. Because that's the benefit of them. If you're playing cut shots all the time with them, yeah, you have a benefit of half the wind, but you're not using them to your full advantage. The main thing with stouts is off the tee on so many holes, you literally can aim not with aiming directionally, which is inaccurate. Hitting to the 2, you can get really comfortable about hitting straight, your thumb shot straight, or having some method of hitting straight forward. So now, if you get good at the math and can figure out all the math with it, you literally are moving the ball on the tee box and letting that aim for you. And that's where the biggest advantage from stouts come in my mind. Now, offset holes, I think, are a disadvantage. I mean, well, not never a disadvantage, but they can be because you can be so far offset that I can't turn a direction and make it so that I can thumb it straight with the stouts. But if I was playing Titans or something, that 3 wind, I could have just moved that tee all the way to the left and thumb that straight, and that wind would have turned it. Oh. Louis, I hope that answered that question, but that's actually a really good question. And I switched my trackballs out because that speed that I just hit that, when I was hitting that with my other ball, he said he went through like 50 games of just thumb shots. When we went back and played the next day, yeah, he was a little sore, he said, but he started thumbing and it now had the distances lined up where he was matching my speeds pretty well and ended up making worlds off of that. Justin, I do know how that feels. It's so weird, my life right now. It just comes and goes. One day I'm flat broke. The next day we're flush with cash. It's just how it goes. All right, so that shot, it looks like that's perfect every time. From 340-ish, thumb shot high T 8.5 is about 340-ish there, so that's good. How did you, accidental cut. All right, so we're not going to keep. I just wanted to see if I could put it through that from there. I could have gone. Long as you will be all right. All right, let's take a look and see what the scores are at here. Let's see. I bet Jaeger's got scores up already. Who knows? I haven't looked at this much today. All right, so 151's the top. William Kesey. And I shot one clean round. That last game before this was clean. What was that score? Let's go to events, check it out, and see what we're looking at. All right, so par on this is 31. So 155 is the number. I'm guessing to win this week, you need to get to 135. I mean, 160. See, this is bad. When it's offset halfway here. Those are where stouts and all other balls might end up having another advantage because they're putting you halfway in between 2 turns on that. And it's not on purpose. In case you haven't realized, on par 4s, they line you up to the fairway, right? So if it just so happens that it's 2 turns back to the hole, then it's lining up. But on most of these, it's not. It never lines up. Oh. Oh, they are a blast. Sometimes too much fun. I don't know what it is. I've been screwing this hole up way too often. Man, switching out this trackball, I think, might have been my issue, dude. And the reason I did it, though, is because I stripped out the casing somehow so that the ground wire that the screw was in on the trackball, it was loose and it was falling out while I was playing. And I think that not having that thing grounded was causing an issue. The hole that I'm playing right now is also another way to show you that release and roll go much lower. If you hit that same shot with release or roll, you have a chance that it's going to hit the top much more so than the way I just did. I just had to, you had to know that this hole on Ansay was going to be there. And the other hole on Ansay was going to be there, the one behind the trees. All right, so once again, the thumb high tee. I pushed that left. Why isn't that going left? That was perfect, too. Shit. Oh, well. Yeah, we're going to need to load up on balls here soon if I keep this up. Just got to get it broken in for my likings, and it'll be perfect. This ball will be good. All right, we should be at 155 pretty quick though. This one isn't too hard, except that hole cannot be drivable sometimes, so that sucks. So that's adding like 10 yards to that club. All right, it's making sense. I can get that. I'll get that one down with stone. Whew. Well, we do. Florida's this weekend, isn't it? Holy shit. Yeah, see, this would be my low tee driver shot, skip the water. But there's a branch in there that you can't see. And you can kind of tell if you look at the trees up top, you see when I move the tee, how that branch appears? Well, that one's always there, actually. It's a weird visual effect that kind of fucks you up. Born to be together. Born. All right, let's hit the 6 wood and bite it this time. Instead of backspin. Yeah, that was the shot. Get the line right, that drops. It's my destiny. Yeah, you'll get there. I don't really think you can make the wrong choice on it, but all right, we're gonna go over the top this time. Yeah, all right, so this is a poke. I think this is gonna take everything I got with this. Dead nuts. Okay, so 6. All right, good. We got it. We're getting that one down. We'll get that one down with stouts. I do have to play some games on. I'm gonna play stouts on tropical a few times, just to see if I. Oh shit! How did that go that far? Fuck! I mean, here's the problem with thumbing, right? You generally have to go up a club than if you pull back. So heights come into play a lot too. Yeah, see, like if I was using a wind ball here, that wind would actually be perfect to thumb this straight. Now I have to aim this back at the hole a little bit. And I didn't aim it back at the hole enough. Shouldn't be a difficult putt. Eyesight on a 9, huh? The putting has gotten so guessing. It's such a guess on whether a ball is going to take off or whether it's going to slough off and have to play more break. I really have become a very big advocate against the changes they made to putting. I much rather would have rollovers. Now, the putts that used to roll over are now easier, and like your down 8 right 4s are easy. But putts like that now, the putt I just had had become a guess. I'd like to just eliminate the need for putting, make that, but oh well. We'll take the points. We need to hold out. Yeah, this is my least favorite look on this ball. I'm happy as hell with that. Ultra? No. I played a par 3 invite that was about to expire. It was a 12-man par 3 one. And canned 18 with an ultra. Yeah, that's just getting used to it, man. That's just repetition. If you were to ask, what do I have tips on when I putt with my palm, I miss to the left. Putt it, palm it farther to the right. That's all I can say. I'm really bad at thumb putting, to be honest with you. That's short as shit. I hit that ball like crap. My God. That hole scares me. I don't know why, but it does. I just feel like it's going to go forever because it looks so far downhill. I just don't think it's as downhill as we think it is. Hey, Chris, how you doing, sir? Wow. I thought I aimed that way left. All right, let's see. 39 feet. This one's going to come off just like the last one did. Am I going to go high side again? No. That's a pretty damn good effort in my mind. All right, we're going to just cut the 10 and a half. Good. All right, we're moving along this time. Let's see if we can get that forest hole and not fuck that up again. I feel like that's going to be my fuck up hole this week. I don't mind this event. My only problem is we got so many good old courses that we haven't been playing right now that they're so much better for these events to break the monotony of these courses. We see these shots all the time. look one bit. And that's why. Oh, good. I thought it was going to snooker me. All right, 363 with an outwind of 11. I feel like this is long if I thumb it, but we're going to do it. Did I just do the No, it's 340s that I was thumbing it, not 360s. What am I doing? Ugh! Idiot. So stupid. Oh, that was dumb. Well, I guess a part of Golden Tee is memory. Gotta have a good memory. Yeah, that's gonna be my nemesis hole this week, I bet. I think I've got the distances down on that hole now. Yeah, both. Whew. God, that's too perfect for my low driver shot. I know I'm going to hit a branch. I can just see it. I can see the branch that's not there. Hey, Michael, how you doing, sir? I had to hit that one hard. I didn't think I was getting over if I didn't hit it that hard. Yeah, this definitely... Is this even there? I don't know if you can get this there. All right, so that 390 with these is not there. I'm trying to think if there's anything we can change. Do I go to arrows? It just makes the rest of this super hard, and I don't want to deal with it. I mean, once you get past that hole, the rest of it's pretty simple to be clean. I'm playing stouts on this. Oh, one time. One time. Hey, I'm like falling into the green a little bit there. I thought I had a 6 on. Why did... God Pay attention, dude. What are you doing? I will bear my soul. All right, short pin. I like this. I like this spot. I didn't cut it enough. Get on the green. Thank you. 'Cause I'm a hopeless. Yes, I don't think this is there. We'll lay out, try to hold it out. That's a better shot than knowing that we're not getting it there. Right? I mean, a birdie's better than no score whatsoever. That one probably would have gotten there now that I'm thinking about it. Now we'll get the hole out to get back to clean. If I get my head for the words. All right, let's get a hole out here. This is a little scary because look at how close the pin is to that edge. If this goes down to the bottom, I'm done. Yeah, that wasn't. It hasn't been good at all, Art. I was too scared. I was too afraid. I backed it up on the box. If I didn't, that was in. Well, this isn't very pretty either. That's not fun either. Oh, I'm playing my 3 driver bag. I don't have a... I don't have a 4 iron. I had a good cut coming in at that with the 4. Even the par 3s aren't really hole out holes on this setup. All right, should be a thumb 9 wood. Too close. I don't have the 4 iron, too. But I gotta say, having the 3 drivers for that hole on Tropical can come in real handy because then I can just, instead of trying to slow down my 8.5, I can actually just hit the 9.5. I really think I want a 4 iron in my bag. That's terrible. Ugh, muscle spasm. I don't feel too bad about missing up. I'm going for a hole out hard for the rest of them because I lost the 1 stroke on that Tropical hole, so. Well, hi, Neil. How are you, sir? Are in Minnesota. I don't know. No, I'm in Iowa, Casey. I lived in Minnesota for a long time. Well, thank you, Neil. My wife's from there. We go up there quite a bit. But I'm too scary to go up there now because the people at the Banger Bunker are afraid of me. So we don't want to be up there too often. I mean, I don't want to scare people in my life. As you guys have all known, I'm a very scary individual. That's too much, isn't it? Oh, that almost went in. Whew. That's not drivable, right? Am I missing something? This is not there. That won't get there. Cuts. So they're pretty much the compared to what? Because they're very similar, but no, they're really not because you don't have wind factor. Hey Cam. Hey Gator. I'm trying to. It's not working out so far. I just whiffed that ball completely. Thank God. No. Yeah, the rock bounce might be something good. I bet that could be. You will catch me in St. Louis for sure. Get it. One time. Yeah, that's about the distance that I'm looking like that could be possible, too. I didn't realize that hole on Tropical was not drivable as much. Have you guys, okay, those of you who play events, have you noticed that in events, the unlikely setup happens very often? And always in the way that it hurts our score. Right? Like, it's always in the way that the score gets worse. For instance, when you have Lake Powell 4 on there, when Lake Powell 4 is in your look, that shot was almost never not there. But on events mode, it's not there like a quarter or half of the time. Which, I mean, or it's 400 yards and you need to hit it perfectly. I'm of the contention it's always there with an A1 or a C3. But those are hard to hit on a lot of those. Well, I was looking forward to Evansville because I really enjoyed the tournament there and had a great time with a lot of the people there. A lot of the locals were a lot of fun. Now, other than that, Nashville's a much better place. And I mean, one of my favorite Golden Tee players in the world lives in Evansville too. So, wow, that's embarrassingly bad. Let's just see if the let's see if the oh no, it was already not there. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Like there has to be some control over that. I know Kevin said to me hundreds of times they don't have any way to choose like the setups per hole. But there's something in the algorithm that's selecting the course that's changing it. Okay, the one we just had recently with Dodge 1. Dodge 1 was drivable only maybe a quarter of the time. And Dodge 1 was drivable 75% of the time when you play it in bar play. I think it's that they don't have a way to suggest conditions, except they can do default or easy. Ugh. I pushed it. Oh, that's bad. We can put it on the floor. No, part. I only missed 2 strokes so far, huh? We can bring it on the floor. Yeah, this has been kind of trash setups everywhere, hasn't it been? All right, let's see if we can get one more clean one up, and then I'll deal with this myself, and I'll start banging out some invites with you. I believe it's 31. In fact, I'm sure it's 31. But there's the one hole that's not drivable every time. We're going to try and drive it no matter what if it's not there. My God. Yeah, there's no way. So is this hole putting faster? Because that's the second time I've high-sided that. All right, let's get one more 31 up. Ooh. This white peach mango flavor that I'm smoking on is delicious. All right, that line feels perfect, to be honest with you. Oh, no, but it's going to plug on a down 9 with a baby thumb shot and bite. That don't make sense. I did it again, didn't I? Trying to get cute and make it, I leave it short. It's so funny. The way you play, I play events mode, is totally different than how I'd play 18s. Like that shot there, I was like, okay, I want to barely get this on and have a chance of it going in. On an 18, fuck, I would have just hit that ball, left myself the left 9 putt from past the hole from 40 feet, and moved on with the eagle, which is probably smarter. I really wish this hole would line up. I still think that offset holes is the dumbest thing that they could do. Like, why are you not facing the hole on all par 4s that are under 400 yards with no obstacles in your way? Like, that doesn't make any, it still doesn't make a damn bit of sense. I've made a point recently that, and it was about the stout balls. And look, guys, do you play Golden Tee to be challenged, or is the challenge the higher, the better the score? To me, it's the score. So if there's equipment that makes scoring easier, I think that's a positive. Like, I think that's a good thing for everybody involved. And in that regard, and remember, when I first started playing stouts, I was not very pleased with myself for doing it. And then as I continued playing, it's just a different skill set. It just requires a different skill set. And to me, that's actually kind of fun playing Golden Tee differently. Like, I think it's really fun to try to line up a shot with the tee and aim it and make it in. That's hitting. Oh. I bet I make the ship. Nope. That is one of my worst holes in Golden Tee right there. That Onse hole. All right, last one, and then I'll go to some invites. I really want to be done by right around 10 tonight. I gotta go watch Idol, man. But who knows? If we got invites, we got a good group here. We'll keep it going. I'm not locked into anything. All right, let's let this one run. I'm gonna try to run this one in. God, that green's a little funny. I think there's some nooks and crannies on it that bounce weird directions. Like an English muffin. And then that putt comes off like nothing. I don't. They just change shit to change shit for no reason. I don't get it. I don't remember seeing any posts or threads anywhere that talked about, hey, we need to get rid of rollovers, right? But I have heard a lot of threads that we need to fix putting. Well, really, Ansei's probably an arrows course, to be perfectly honest with you. Actually, come to think of it, this event might be a street course, actually. Now that you say that, that actually might be viable. I'm trying now. I'm going to dial this in and look at it while I'm playing to see if there's any reason I can't play street. I mean, you would say that hole 1 with the down 9 would matter. No, that shit don't matter. Oh, good. It's the easy look. And yeah, you are right, Art. Streaks did help on a lot of holes. I played it for one of the events a while back. I played it. Wow, I thumbed 103. That's crazy. This trackball's kind of good. All right, now let's not screw up something stupid. The rest of this should be pretty much smooth sailing. Yeah, this is a, I should have killed that ball. I should have killed it. Now, you may wonder why on that hole I always go low tee and cut a club up. It's because then I can bounce it off that face of the hill a lot easier and have it change to when the pin's close to the right-hand side of the green. If you hit the green on a fly with any cut shot from there, your angle is never going to be enough to cut it back towards the hole, bring it down into the hole. But if I hit a low tee with a club up, it's going to land in about the same spot, but I'm going to be hitting the upslope of the hill, which slows the bounce down, and then it'll allow it to come back a lot quicker. I'm not saying that it goes in when you do it, but you give it a chance to go in, and that's 90% of Golden Tee. You can't get lucky if you hit a shot that has no chance of going. It's like saying I can't hit a hole in one unless I get the ball to the hole, which is true, right? Yeah, this ball's breaking in still. I'm getting weird clicks sometimes. I mean, is this in? Right there. Is that in, or do I gotta go? I pushed it right. Doofus. That had it. All over it on the straight. Fuck! All right, we got no shot over, so we got to cut three with the high T. I mean, the low T 10.5. I like that shot because it is really hard to go over the green on. That's not. On which one? Over the top? Yeah, if you're going through one of those stupid gaps off to the side, no, it's not. That's not what I'm doing. You're saying that you don't even play the tree. I don't like that shot. I like my 10.5 better. What, it gets under the first set of trees? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's so moist. It's a very moist shot, yes. All right. Let's see. Can we get 18? What is it? If that window is the other way, this might even get on. We're not going to go that way. We're going to try to hold it up from here. Little thumb 9 or 8. Oh, how about 8? Ah! All right, we'll take the one better, though. That's good. All right, we're on pace. We're in a good zone. We're in a good way. Yeah, let's go play some invites. We got some fun ones, I'm guessing. Now, the clubs that you're looking up there should be right. On pretty much every course, unless it's a random one. Let's see what we get. Well, thank you, Louis. All right, Antelope Pass. Standard set. Death Ray. Death Ray's got records. Okay, that's not my favorite look on this hole. Dude, I cut that half. Why didn't that cut at all? I just wanted to see if this new ball was allowing me to shush it all, and it's not. Wow, that's a great par mark. This thing, it's got that grind shit on it right now, and I got to break it down. This is that part of the ball when you got a new one in there that just sucks. And it's nothing to do with the bearings. It's the ball, the rollers. Just got to get a little bit more groove until the ball stops jumping around. This is probably my most holdout shot in Golden Tee, right here. This is from right here. Now, with Stouts, this is a perfect straight thumb shot with fucking a wind ball. With Stouts, I didn't have the distance. I had to hit that a little harder. For you. Woo. All right, we got to make up our mistake from earlier on this hole. Never make a change. And to me, that's one of the worst things on a brand new ball is the short chips. Because you don't have the ability, since there's no groove in the rollers, it doesn't have the ability to be real fine-tuned movement. On soft swings at least. Ooh, ooh, I did something today that I didn't think I personally would be doing. And I cut the cord from DirecTV. Once again, DirecTV paid the bill, and a day later, there's like $10 in charges on my account, right? But if you don't notice and don't pay it, they hit you with a late fee off the $10 not being paid. Well, I needed a new casing, really, because my casing, one of the ground wires was not staying. The screw hole for the ground wire going into the trackball was loose, and it was coming out, and I think that's why I was having a button problem. So the only other ball I've ever played on was an Imperial ball. So there's Hap and there's Imperial. The cool thing on the Imperials that I really liked is that the flywheels, the little the encoder wheels, were metal. So they never bent, they never broke, they never did any. I mean, they never broke. They'd bend, but you could bend it right back. I still remember, like, it sucked. One of the first times taking part of Trackball, I dropped the roller that had the encoder wheel on it, and it cracked the wheel. You're shit out of luck if that happens. You can't do any. That ball is now useless until you replace it. Someone a while back made one of a trackball, one of the encoder wheels, but with holes spaced less apart. So it actually made you like a 120 would read like a 140. I mean, I thought about it. Jordan was asking for ways to who when he has to play in a chair, like you can't hit it hard, right? Or in general, you can't hit it as hard. And I thought about doing that. Good man, that's good. All right, this is my like a bad look for me. Just believe me someday. Get down. Oh, I thought that's exactly where I wanted that to land. Single song I wrote to you would take my breath away. Even more in love with me, you fall. Hey, my man, how you doing, buddy? You don't need tips. Aiden, you're going to Florida, right? I'll walk you if I had no other. By the time that we get well, hey, Travis, how you doing, my man? Ooh, I hate this look. All right, do we go up one more? Oh, okay, good man. We'll see you then. I fucked up. I should have hit the 3. I laid off of the. I don't know why I laid off of that. I laid off of it. Stupid. Oh, it's watching me. Ah, we gotta make it. Let's do it. Okay, that's not going in, I don't think. Yeah, that was bad. Man, I manned up on that. Huerto, how you doing, my man? Yeah, that was a bad round on this course. That was ugly. It's gonna take a day or two. We'll get it there. All right, where we going? 2 days. We gotta play this. This is against David Duncan. Nope, we got the right balls. We need my par 3 back for this. I mean, you would really hope that someday soon they'd come up with a new par 3 course. Yeah, the trackball's getting the markings on it too right now. Yeah, it'll get it. That should have been an ace. So bad. Mm. All right, can we get this to suck down in without hitting that hill? This is tough. If we might push it too far right, it leaves us a bad putt. But ah, my eyes tell me. Can I get robbed any more on that? That was perfect. There we go. Goddamn. Finally moist. From the noise of his place. That was a layup, guys. I'm not screwing with that pin too much. I gave it maybe a chance to go in if I hit it dead perfect, but I didn't want to catch fringe, and then go into the bad place. All right, this has got a really good chance of going in. Gonna have to guess what's on your mind. All right, we got 6 in our face. I don't think I can bite this without this going in the water. So we're going to do something a little bit backwards. We're going to thumb it with release and have it do that. So, okay, so the reason I did that, only thing release is going to do there, it's going to slow it down backing up, and it's going to change the arc. So with bite, that would have bounced once and come back right on the angle of the up 10 right 2. But because I released it, that first bounce made it play like an up 6 right 3. And I played it as such. See how far to the left of the pin that is for a right 2? But that release made it play like a right 3 or 4. And then I'm taking the water out of play, and hey, you're guessing pretty much on the rest of it. Well, we guessed right there. You can do that on a lot of those big uphill greens, especially when you're hitting like wedges into them. That was very safe too, because I just didn't want to fly that thing short. My sweetheart. Uh-oh. Come on, one more time. One more time. We're feeling pretty good in this round. You got to calculate in the distance with the uphill lie. I almost think I probably need to release this shot, but I'm going to bite it just in case. Yeah. And that was a solid, I mean, mid-90s thumbing for me is large. And next to me. Same thing here. This would be way too long in a normal scenario, but this uphill is going to make this ball basically land right at the hole. And you have, I know backspinning it was going to be short, and I could have pulled it back, but if I pull that back, the extra height that you get from the pullback allows that wind to last longer, and you have a better chance of flying that green. The shot I hit there, I knew I had no chance of flying that green. So, now, if I want to make this, I'd cut the 5 with backspin. A thumb shot is not going to allow this to go in, because it's going to bounce too hard left. I have to fight the left 9 coming back in. I just don't want to hit the hill first. Okay, that's bullshit. That ball should not have stopped there. It should have hit the hill and come off. Now I'm going to miss this. Yeah. That was horseshit. Unbelievable. That was exactly what I wanted to do. Bounce that off the hill. Just like I did on that other hole, I used a high tee there so I could change the amount of backspin that I got. Bite wouldn't have allowed that ball to come back at all. But because I high teed it and backspun it, which gives me, on a shot like that, it's a little bit more spin than bite. That's off the rock. Woo! Now, I'll typically low tee this, but I'm going to just thumb this in play. Just so I plopped it down. I got a 1 better. I'm fine. I probably lost because of that, now is my guess. 1 better with 51 on a par 3 is okay. We're all right with that. Yeah, it's a par 3er. All right, so who sent me stuff tonight? Let's play these out. Now, I'm going to probably stick with stouts here. So the chances of me driving 1 are very low. Actually, this one might get there. Nice. No love lost. Good. Now I feel like I have a huge advantage the rest of the way against somebody who's playing with a distance ball. Wow. That was a long look. I just can't love. It's killing me. Choking on your alibi. That's like 1 of 2 par 3s that are offset in GoldenTeeTV right now. Maybe there's a third one somewhere in there. There's that one, one on Indigo, and there's another one somewhere. Oh, Anse. The Anse one is because I know why that is. When they designed the hole, they set it as a par 4, and they never went. And when they changed it, they never like fixed the logic of it. Wow, I did not expect that to go that far. I have never seen this drop either. What the hell? Wow. Okay, we went a little long. I'm doing okay with it, but yeah, no, I'll be getting one as soon as possible. And when we guys, I think we're still at least a year out before we have them at home. A year from right now. And I would be guessing that we're not going to see it in the bar for another month or 2. I don't get there till Friday night, John, so you might not see me till Saturday. What's some heavy scratch, K9? Did they announce a price? John, I live in Iowa. We don't have a lot of choices on flights, but luckily I did get a direct flight, but it leaves here at 6. The home edition is going to be right about 4K. It's going to be pretty much. I think the prices almost might be exactly what they are right now. I don't know if I'm going to drink this weekend. I think I want to go and just win and not black out. And then black out. I was about to hit that ball, and then I remembered that one's a turtle. I have had them. I've had quite a few tests, not recently. Exactly. It sounds like the better play, right, Tony? The vid doesn't like. I don't know what that means, K9. The vid doesn't like golden T bars. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And actually, that is actually one of the coolest things. So I played it. I played the new one a bit, and the upscaling done on the older courses make the older courses look great. So I played the 3 PGA courses. 2 of them they've told you about. The third one you'll hear about soon, I'm guessing. But I also went back and played Coral Vista, which is, original live course, and it looks way better than it. They aren't redesigning the old courses from the live platform. They are using an upscaler in there, and the upscaler actually did a pretty darn good job. It did. Okay, so we know it. Well, they did Sawgrass, and they did Sawgrass and Deer Run. Did they say the third? I don't want to let the cat out of the bag if they didn't. I just whiffed that ball so bad. Just completely. Okay, good. They did announce it. No, I know what I played them all, so I know what they are. All I do is I hit this button over here and I play them right now. That's a joke, guys. Um, so I played it on casual only because there was no live play yet on them when I played them. Uh, they're 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 not going to be hard. Actually, they're not going to be really much any different. They're not that much harder or easier than what we're playing right now. Like, they're not bad at all. They're not bad to play. Now with tees and balls, they're going to be pars. The pars are all going to be in the 30s. I mean, I think I shot. Oh, it's exactly the same. It would be like if they just made the course. It's the exact same game. Now the layout on the deck, like I said before, I didn't like when the prototype that I was on. The layout just didn't do it for me, right? I'm actually thinking I might try arrows on this. No, it's not there even with arrows. But did we line it up? I think we lined that dead nuts. Let's make this. Of course, I put a dead in between 2 clubs. Yeah, the game is identical. It would be just like Jim Z designed the courses, like these new courses. It just makes it easier for them to release a lot more content very quickly because they have options for everything. Well, it's already not looking good with one not being there, but this is so setup dependent. I would liken this course a lot to Tropical Falls, to be perfectly honest with you. And not just because they kind of have the similar look. There we go. Oh, God, I thought I fucked that. But the feel of it and the cut shots that you hit on this course. are very similar to Tropical. Yeah, the layout was bad. There's so much more open space on the deck, and they had everything jammed way up front. And I was hitting buttons when I didn't want to quite a bit. Just the layout I didn't like. Now, obviously, that was a prototype too, though, so don't take that as gospel. I mean, that's why we were there. We made it perfectly clear that that shit did not feel right. I was playing with, well, me and my neighbor went, but it was me, Kevin, Adam. Oh yeah, I came down to IT to play them. Well, no, it's nothing. It's another nonsense move. Like that move for a good one. Yeah, I think he's a decent player and has skills, but what's the point? I don't like it. Honestly, I feel the worst for Andy Dalton of anybody. But our organization is an absolute train wreck right now. That's all there is to it. Like, it's so bad. I don't mind Andy Dalton. Like, he's not terrible by any means. Do I think Trubisky had a chance to be somebody good? I think he could be. Yeah, but now where he signed, he relegated himself to a career backup. No, I had that. I actually got the name prior to knowing of Matisow, I believe, and it was at the Bring Your Own Machine, the BYOM tournament that was in Chicago. I want to say 2006. And it was a gentleman by the name of Art Chenabrov called me, and it stuck. Dude, Tony, we're going to be so bad this year. I don't know what we need to do. There's so many holes now, and that we're just not doing a very good job. It's very poor. Yeah, Roquan was important. He's extremely important to us. A lot of people were talking about how bad our defense failed, but it was when he got injured. People didn't realize that how well he covered as a linebacker. He could keep up with anybody out of the slot, and no one else on our team, any backup to replace him, cannot. I honestly think he might be the best player on the Bears and the most important to our team. God, I can't remember if I'm supposed to bite this. I think you can thumb the 10.5. I don't think he's got the work that anybody does. Oh my God, that was so bad. Dude, new trackball, bad. Just that grind there. That was not feeling very good. Robinson won't be on the Bears this entire year. He'll be traded. Hey, it's got to start with an offensive line, dude. There's only one running back in the league right now that can rush out of a fully loaded backfield every time and still be productive. And that's Henry. Other than that, everyone else has scheme working in their favor. No, he'll get traded. You can still trade him, Tony. Yeah, we franchise tagged him, but we can trade him. No, come on. Not a chance. CMC is a full-on scheme running back, dude. I don't believe that's true, but it might. But the reason he wants out. He wanted out. He wasn't going to re-sign with us. Hi, Jonathan. It is Derrick Henry. He's the one guy that you could rush with a fully loaded box, and he'd still put up numbers. There's not another running back in the league like him right now. I didn't realize it. I did not, frankly, recognize it, how good that guy is. And he can catch, too. And the fact that they don't throw him the ball is a whole other thing. Now, see, this is the problem, right? With the putting the way it is now, I'm not even sure this putt's going to get to the hole. Barely. Yes, you will. Okay, so I think on this course, I'd rather have a 9.5 driver. I think this is going to hit the bottom of the trees with this. I can't even pull this ball back. It's grinding so much. All right, it didn't. Yeah, but once again, I don't ever think it was him that burned you. That was coaching staff that burned you. I don't understand what took so long for them to commit. And go, you're right. You're right, he's a beast. The only guy that's even close to it, and probably more complete back, I'd go with, I mean, you could say somebody like Ezekiel, but yeah, that was a bad guy. I played like shit. I'm one not being there and then hitting the wall in that shot was bad. I'm surprised I got 18. All right, here we go. How woozy my mind. Truth in your life. Nope, that was 100, like 99.9% alcohol. Yeah, but he's effective because they have to count him outside of the box too. I can't speak for the new bar that we're at, but I can speak for Bill and Mike Muse and how awesome they are and how great the Carolina Clash is and how much I love the East Coast. And then also you can't forget about the original proprietor of the tournament, Chris Longino. He hops in here quite a bit. Gino for Prez. if I have to pick my ducats to support something, I'm going to support the one I know and love, and the people I know and love first. And mind you, everything else equals. Hey, it's great either way we go. That's not what I'm saying. I'm sure the location will be fine. I'd rather be at the place that knows what the hell the tournaments are about, and with players that run it. Like players run, people that play Golden Tee own that bar. And they're awesome dudes, man. They're great. I don't know enough about the Tennessee tournament yet. How do I manage to do that? Bodies die. If you're talking about just his ability as a running back, yeah. I mean, you talk about offensive line, everything else that goes into the equation. CMC was in a perfect position to be average and have an incredible year. Saquon, they got more talent around him now, but I mean, coming back from that, you got to look it up. I don't have anything. It might scroll across the bottom here. Wow, this is a really bad look, guys. Whew. My soul. But he does have it up on, you can go to Peggett's website, or you can go to cal.GoldenTeeTV. And that'll bring up the monthly and weekly calendar for any events, not just major events. I did get, so I had been filing unemployment still, right? And it ran out. I want to say it ran out September of last year. God, it feels so awkward. Oh, we'll get that back. But I'd been, it ran out, but I'd still been filing just in case something gets added on. Well, so I got a letter in the mail the other day saying that my claim had been redetermined and I was eligible for yada, 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 yada. And I kept claiming still for like another 4 weeks after that. But so I finally called. I still hadn't gotten anything. It's been like a month since I got that letter. I finally called Iowa. It took me like 3 hours on hold and then an hour of waiting for them to call after the hold. And it turns out that I was approved for like another 6 months of unemployment, but they did a lockdown on all of the unemployment claims where you had to do an identity verification because there was like all sorts of theft from overseas and shit. So I was sending me checks for the last 6 months of unemployment. And then also because of the pandemic relief fund, there's like the federal government one too in there. So I think I'm going to be okay for the next few months. I mean, I feel a little bad about it, but I also don't because I mean I've worked my whole life. I've never once claimed unemployment before. Outside. One house. No blouse. Yeah, dude, I don't know where I am. I don't even know what date it is now half the time. If it wasn't for people posting how excited they are for Florida this weekend, I probably wouldn't remember that it was this weekend. All right, so I think that this is going to work. And it did. You as well, Jason. How you doing? Hey, Jeremy, what's up, bud? Oh, little off, little off, little off. Yeah, God, I feel like this Trackball is going to be so great once it's totally ready. Oh, it feels like, you know, I just got that feeling right now. How do I want to play this? Sure. Wow, I didn't think that was going to go that far with it. Oh. Well, 2022, Golden Tee 2022, I'm not expecting that until February of next year. And I think that's been pretty much the common, I think that's pretty, like, I think our cycle of years on machines are going to change. Like, I think the update for every year is going to be, I did, Tony. I haven't, I lost, they cut my position right before the pandemic. All of the people in senior leadership lost their jobs, like, well, not all. They kept like one on, but not even in the position that I was in. Yeah, like there was like a good 3 hour period where I had people going, "Hey, Mark, I need you to cut this guy off at this time." And then right after I got done doing the last one, they're like, "Oh, by the way, we're cutting you off too." I was like, "Oh, you sons of bitches." Hmm. I got it, Travis. You're good. All right, we got to go for this now, right? That's not turning enough. There's no way this is going to work. Yeah, I hit a solid branch, but that's okay. We're getting a birdie out of it. But now after that, I mean, the thing that's on hold is the PGA machines. No, hey, dude, it timed out beautifully, man. Because I mean, I went to Italy for a couple weeks right after that. Then I got to get the stream started and work with Richard quite a bit. I've gotten to travel a bunch, and then now on top of it, getting unemployment up until now when I left at like December of 19. So I'm happier than hell, and it's just giving me time to work on a couple other things. Hopefully, hopefully we start getting stuff released soon, and I can do my plan of trying to get Golden Tee revived back overseas. Go get a nice little office or rent a flat out in the UK. Have you guys all welcome out to come out and visit. Be a business write-off. It'll be nice. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited. I'm actually super excited about. I'm really excited about PGA. I think it's going to be big things with this. So I hopefully that answers your question, Jason. If you're expecting new courses in September, you're in for a rude awakening. It ain't happening. And there's a couple reasons behind that. Part of it is you can't sit here and tell vendors, hey, you guys aren't going to have prize play unless you update to the new courses. I never even thought about going to a casino then, dude. Oh, God. I had the only thing I could get there was on Amazon Video, and that was the Thursday night game. But I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of London. Like, I love London, Tony. To be determined. I don't think anybody's had that come up yet. It's going to be different. I'm guessing it's the pedestal that's going to be on the commercial editions is the same. But that's just a guess. No, it's not going to look the same. And in fact, you're going to have the NFC thing on it. You'll have the touch screen on it. So I got a feeling it's going to be just like what we see now with the commercial decks. Your home edition is going to look just like a commercial. Well, okay, so it was. All right, so I'll go into a little bit of a diatribe here. So back in the day, and this is going back to 08 and prior, right? So 08's World Championships and up until that point, it was always this. It was always Team USA versus Team World. World consisted of South Africa, Australia, UK, and Canada, and then US was US. They had their own qualifications and goodies like that. Now, this is where it got interesting. And this is why I think this is going to get big if it's done correct worldwide. So, and I did not know this prior to, and I might have the verbiage slightly wrong, but in order for something like Incredible Technologies to have a game that operates for prize money overseas, the company itself has to be verified and vetted as a gaming company, right? And I know that Canada has its own way. We have our own way. And then overseas, pretty much all the other ones using their own way. Now, I've heard the terms before, and I don't know exactly it. But, so what they did to kind of get past that was there was an ITS Canada that was based in Canada. That company was, and then there were vendors in each one of the places. Like UK had a company called Electrocoin, and that was just a vendor. But what they did was IT sold them the guts. They assembled it there, and then they leased time on ITnet. Now, what killed the game there was a couple of things. The courses took forever to get the updates there. Right? I mean, they were 6 months behind at best. Like, they were 4 to 6 months behind for commercial. Okay, so that was one reason. The other reason after that was the vendors in those other places started basically raping the player base. I remember hearing from UK players that if they got second place, they lost money playing. If they got second place in a tournament, and they were in the same tournaments as me, right? So now, if you're getting second place and losing money, and first place was break even, like you're not going to keep you're not going to keep it going at all. But now this time around, they are working on becoming business entities in all these other jurisdictions. So therefore, IT is going to have control of their product overseas. And what I want to do is promote. Oh, back then, yeah, no, but no, now you will be seeing that, and you'll see a lot more things like that. But before, with the most machines were running the Sprint modems, and I want to say you had like 5 megabytes of data a month allowed on the Sprint modem. With the machines being Wi-Fi built in now, and actually, from what I hear, they might be having Sprint put 5G cards in the machine. So if all of those things work out, you then get rid of these silly data caps, and things can be done over the air then. I don't know if you guys have messed with Fax Live. I mean, with the AdWiz or AdWiz. Well, it has to be that way right now, though. But like AdWiz doesn't work anymore because of that. Yeah, it would be. And if you look, I think the total hard drive space on here is less than 50 gigs being used. So, I mean, dude, I download PS5 games in 20 minutes that are 100 gig. So, yeah, that wouldn't be a problem at all being all Wi-Fi. But we're looking at the short-sighted part about USBs. See, with the PGA stuff, and this is cool things that you hope happen, the PGA stuff, they have the licenses and the data from like 150 courses, I think he told me. It might be less, like over 100, between 150. And they have the data already. They have the topographical data, all the GPS locations, all that goodies. So they just have to plug it in. So designing the PGA courses is a minimal intensity thing to do. So think along these lines. Think of having a weekly event mode that starts on Thursday and goes through Sunday, like a tournament at a specific course. Let's say the course this week, let's say they're playing at Sawgrass for the Open this week, right? You line up an events mode on that machine that lines up with the tournament itself. Those kind of things, and they can do that because they can send a course out over the air because the courses are probably only 5 gig at most. So those kind of things are super exciting. Which is also why I have a feeling that they now move into a subscription model rather than you buy the update once a year. It's going to be like, hey, you're on our subscription. Yeah, that's I understand, but for GoldenTee, it's new. And with GoldenTee and real golf, like there's never been a golf game that does that. Oh yeah, your golf simulator is different though. You're not. Can you win money on that? It's just a whole different thing for GoldenTee to jump into, man. I'm modernizing it. I just have a feeling like we're in line for a change, and I do think we have the people. We have the people in places at IT. If others can get out of the way, that have the vision and foresight to make this stuff happen. Not to say they didn't have it before, but I think we got a younger group in there now of people that have played GoldenTee through this whole time, you know? Oh, you too. I don't know if the 10.5 clears this. Ooh, we got a bush in our way too. Yep, exactly. And don't so that's why I think the future is bright for GoldenTee. It is really honestly, if it had not, if I didn't see something in the future coming, I'm starting to hit the end of my ropes. Like I was starting to be like, I'm pretty much done with this. I just also hope, though, that they don't drop the ball on things and make it and not prioritize the right things at the right times. That's something I'm personally worried about. Like, I thought that at this point in time, with the new platform coming, I thought that now would be a perfect time to redesign and basically rewrite the whole game code. Now, there is a problem with that idea, because since the release is going to be limited and like you have to build up your clientele, if you release this on a new platform, that new platform wouldn't be as self-sustaining as the whole IT net is right now. Okay. See, I'm on a different mindset of that. I don't. I think that, well, because really, Golden Tee, first and foremost, is a commercial game, right? And uh, I think that does not work as viable on a commercial aspect of it, Tony. I don't think that you playing online with someone else virtually, that it's not good for the vendors, right? Because now you're waiting a two-player game and only getting half the money. That's not going to work for vendors. No, I think Golden Tee needs a lot more quicker modes, a lot less options, a lot less different things to do on there. Because I think right now the choices are debilitating. No, but see, then you're missing the point, though. Then you're waiting for your buddy to connect. You're waiting for for a home edition platform. Absolutely agree with that. Not for commercial. And in case you guys don't realize this, Golden Tee first and foremost cares about commercial more than home. Now, I personally think that's stupid too, because I think that you could grow our market very quickly. Like, I think your easiest market to make plugs at in Golden Tee is to make everything price play on home and bar and let them all compete in the same system. Now, they're still on their model of the vendors being the key, but I think that needs to change too. But I don't want to see real time head to head on prize play. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't. I think that's a bad idea. Unless you're killing the vendor model, then go ahead. But they're not. I honestly, personally think it's really just time to kill the vendor model that they have in general. Oh, I talk to them quite a bit, Tony. We definitely brainstorm every now and then and shoot some ideas off. Whether they're listening to me, who knows? Oh God, this thing is. You can just feel the rollers getting their groove on, but you can also just feel everything coming apart in my hand. My home is dead. Yeah, I agree. And I think I got a feeling, though, at some point in time in the near future, that we will always have a weekly tournament as well as like a 10 or 20 game limit a day and have prizes in that as well. But I mean, really, the growth spot for Golden Tee is the home edition market. They've just been afraid to kill off the vendor model, like, because they would think, I mean, that's a guaranteed amount of revenue from them. But if you watch the vendors now, I don't think they're updating nearly as much, and we'll see how many PGAs get sold. Now, I know the demand has been high for them, so I don't think we're going to have a problem there. Yeah, I hope so. I need it. I need the money, man. No roots, but they keep giving us this crap box on this hole. I might have to put this short and then go across the water from there. There was another shot you could hit here. I think it's that, but that's blocked today too. Yeah, we're going to have to play this down here. I don't. I wanted one more bounce. God damn, dude. Tough. On the ground, I got no room. Get it. I like seeing the stick, though. All right, I think I got time for one, maybe two more. Actually, I should probably quit now, but I'll play one more. Gotta leave you guys wanting more. We'll play the Sequoia. Have a good night, K9. All right, we're going to break the worldwide record. Made of gold. And one of the reasons I changed my ball is when I was hitting shots, if I was laying off a little bit, which normally my speed I could get the full max speed pretty easily without having to hammer it too bad. And I was getting like nothing. There's a wild weed. And now I'm getting good on it. I'm getting good readings on it. I just wonder if the rollers on my last ball were getting a little bit too gone. I'll bet. I'll take a bet here. I'll shoot a 26 or better here. You tell me what the bet is. Let's go. Not playing particularly well, but we'll see. Nothing. I put it together myself, Gator. This one, okay, so I'll wait until Hap has, I've got new trackballs. This one I think was a brand new one that somebody at my bar thought was fucked up because it was brand new. So I just took it apart. I mean, it had dust on it. Hey, Bruton, how you doing? So this one didn't really cost me anything. Dark inside, it's where my but I mean, it's fine. It feels like it's brand new though. Is really what the issue is. Yeah, I mean, well, but mind you too that if when I'm playing religiously, I won't even tell them I need a new ball. I'll just put a new ball in. I hate to say it that the $100, even if a ball costs $100, me not having to deal with them or have to deal with service and just going in and doing it myself is worth all that money. I will say I was extremely worried about that shot with the new ball. Yeah, fuck that. Now, why did that putt come off like normal? Dude, their putting is... they need to do something about putting. It is just not good right now. I mean, I'm sure I'll figure it out completely, but it feels like it's worse now. If I was confident in my ball, I'd rather go down the middle on that one because I can ace it easier. But I'm not confident right now with a lot of this. Oh, just like this. Why does that not look like it's there, but it should be? It's not. Man, you'll never settle any of your scores. Well, to get to that 26, I got one stroke to play with still. And there it goes. God damn it. Oh, no, we still could get it. Sounds good, K9. Now I have to get everything. Ah. It's these little baby cuts that... Yeah, that's fine. Uh-oh. I don't think I needed the roll. But the roll keeps it lower, so... Dude. Oh. It's new trackballs that got me that thing where I pull it back all the time. And this one, it's just doing exactly why you know, that silly little click that you get, like when you're pulling back some trackballs. This one, it's like doing it like 3 or 4 times. And that's just the angle of my pullback hitting the rollers in a weird way. At least I can thumb straight. Yeah, no. Well, it's the same as the other ones. I shouldn't have pulled it back. I was scared. That's all. All right, this is the big one. Woo! All right, here we go. It's a guessing game. Oh, my. No, I think this is the shot of the match. I couldn't go deep on it. I couldn't get it any deeper. Yeah, I'm fucked. Didn't really have a shot in there. That was a really bad look. Oh. Boo! I hit all the shots too. That sucks. That was a really bad look on that on 18 on 17. Now, if I could have made that, I would have had a 26. No, 25. Jesus. All right. My Venmo is this. Just shoot me a request if you don't mind. Oh, wait. I spelled it wrong. No R in there. Get rid of the R. Yeah, no, that's probably my favorite course. Nah, I fucked up at the end. Yeah, just shoot me a request. All right, I will see you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to get out of here and go watch that. Yeah, guys, tune in. Jason's going to go live now. So you guys, if you still want to watch some Golden Tee, hop in with Mr. Jason Stark. He'll give you a good time. I'm going to cut it off. I want to go watch Idol with the wife before she goes to bed. I love you guys, and I'll see you on Wednesday.